Howdy everybody, Bobby Brown. It's been a long time since I made a YouTube video for a lot of reasons. I've been very busy. My computer's crashed a couple times and I don't have any editing software. YouTube has changed their policy as well, and I'm just very uninspired. My dear dog Cletus passed in January, who is in most of all of my videos, and really haven't had the inspiration. I've been shooting a lot and been enjoying my Second Amendment rights. I have a new range, and things have changed around here a lot, but I'm still doing a lot of shooting, getting in a lot of trigger time. And my friend lent me a gun, a Taurus 709 slim line. It is a very cool weapon. I've put about a 225 or more, certainly not less, various ammunition through it. Really wanted to just get a good idea what was going on, because I had some issues. Issues with certain ammunition, primarily this PMC bronze. It seemed like one of the two bullets, the other one being the Remington, one of the two bullets, it seemed like maybe the bullet was seated a little bit taller than the other. I don't know that I have proof of that right here in my pocket, but here's some of the ammo I've been firing, and let's see if that's true or not. I think so. I think the PMC and the Remington, sorry about that, I had to look down at my prop table. One of them seated just a little taller than the other. This bullet's taller than that one. That happens. That's a real good reason why you should shoot various ammunition and shoot it a lot, because that happens. So the PMC, let's see, is that the tall one? Yes, as a matter of fact, it is the tall one. So I had a bunch of failure to feeds and a bunch of failure to ejects, a stovepipe or two. You know, the typical semi-auto pistol failure syndrome. The owner supplied me with some of these Remington hollow points, and it seemed to shoot those pretty well. So my impressions of the gun are pretty good. I really like the way it's slim. It certainly is ergonomic, and it has a really nice grip pattern, almost stippled, I guess you could call it. Very easy to break down, just like the Glock. This gun is clear. I have not fired it today. Just like the Glock, it comes apart very easily. It does have, I'm not going to take it apart because this guide rod has a very particular place that it needs to rest into, and my eyes aren't so good. So I'm just going to put it back together, but it does have a very nice polished feed ramp, and it conceals very well. I owned an M&P Smith & Wesson 9mm single stack, and this one seems smaller to me. I say I owned because I kind of fell out of love with it and started carrying a Glock instead. But just the same, this is a very cool weapon. It does have some controls on the side, a slide lock obviously, and a safety, which I'm not crazy about at all. My M&P also had that, and that was one of the issues I had with it. And just the same, it feels really good. The trigger is a little bit weird to me. The reset isn't bad. So overall, my impression of the gun is very good. I think it's a very great gun, especially for the suggested manufacturer's price, or manufacturer's suggested retail price of $319, which means you can get them a lot cheaper than that. Also, Taurus has a lifetime warranty, so that's very cool. He did want me to review the weapon, and I reviewed it solid. A really good solid review. I thought I shot it a lot. One of the things that's very cool about it is it has adjustable sights right here in the rear. The front is not adjustable, but this back screw right here, there's a screw in the rear, actually does the elevation, and the screw in the front does the windage, left and right. So very cool there. Great idea to have adjustable sights, because everybody, needs to make sure that thing's spot on. This one was not spot on. I feel like it is now. I had to mess with the elevation a little bit. It looked like the screw was, or the elevation was a little high, so I brought it back down. Pretty much bottomed it out, I do believe. So I have already mentioned I fired some of this with failure. Not every failure, not all failure, but a high percentage of failure. And then I fired this, which is also 115 grain, 9mm, typical brass ammo, if you will. And this one performed a lot better. There again, I stress to shoot a lot. Make sure the ammo you're carrying in your gun works. And now, thanks to my lovely wife, she purchased some of these aluminum. I'm not going to turn it up for the camera because I do have the box marked up, so I won't turn them upside down because they're stacked like this if you haven't bought any of these. Let me do it this way. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to fire a magazine of the aluminum through it now and see if it likes those. Woo. Oh, came after me there. Did you see that? So I'm going to go up here to, well, actually we're going to start right here at the 14-inch plate by the bowling pin, and we're just going to sting some steel and see if the ammo functions. So we're going to lock the slide back, and we're going to drop one in the tube, keep it pointed in a safe direction. Now I'm going to put that safety on. If you have a safety, you might as well use it. Okay, with 7 + 1 is the capacity. The mag holds 7, and it does have a really groovy yellow follower. So when the gun's empty and the slide's locked back, you can look in there, as you always should, to make sure that it's empty. You can look in there to see, obviously the magazine is empty because of that yellow follower, which is really cool. So I'm going to slam this home and get it in to the holster pointing south. Put my ears on. And let's shoot this thing a couple times. There's that yellow follower I was telling you about. Very, very cool. Great idea by Taurus. Okay, so no failure there other than shooter failure because I missed a couple times. How do I do that? I don't know. But anyhow, it did function with the aluminum ammo. So there you have it. There's my review on the very, kind of like a Glock with side controls. Very slim, very concealable. A 9mm Taurus 709 Slim. For the price, I think it's a winner. Thanks for watching. Bobby Brown, Guns and Drums. Keep it pointed in a safe direction.